I don't know if I'm recording or not. It seems to imply that I'm recording, so we will see. Hope I don't have to do it all over again. Anyway, this is for whatever this is for. We are going to talk about how do you enjoy your time off in a vacation or relaxation or recreation or whatever. Primarily vacation. So how do you relax? How do you take your mind off of other stuff? What is recreation anyway? I remember a long time ago somebody said recreation is recreation. I thought, boy, that's accurate. Man, when you've worked, well, most people today, they work 8-9 hours a day and they think they've done something. Even when I worked for somebody else, I worked longer than 8 hours a day, but my average day was about 14 hours a day, 5 days a week. I worked on Saturdays and I worked on Sunday between church. So, and I wasn't a workaholic, but I did like to work, still like to work. So, to take a vacation, for all of you that do that, don't take your work with you. Don't take your work with you. And boy, have I got a lot of responses for that. People say, are you crazy? Do you know what I have to do? Do you know how important I am? Do you know how important my work is? I would be so behind, I'd never catch up. Oh boy, I've heard all that stuff. I used to say some of that stuff. So don't tell me you've never said it. Work is work. Time off is time off. It's pretty clear. The only problem is I couldn't seem to take time off. If I was off, I had work with me. I just work all the time. So if you have heard of burnout, which I'm sure most of you have, where do you think burnout comes from? What's causing it? Well, let me give you some idea. No, I don't like to give you an idea because you already know it's working and not taking vacation, or working and going on vacation except you take your work with you. That's not a vacation. When you're at work, be at work. Not on the phone texting your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or the kids. No, you're at work. Work is work. Time off is off. Some people say, oh, I can't be that way because in my job, my boss will call me at home. Well, you know what? No. If you got a boss like that, you don't need to work there. Just telling you. When you're home, you're home. You don't need work calling you saying, hey, you know, I need you to come in. No, you don't need me to come in. I'm not being mean. I'm being truthful. Bosses like that are what I call needy. They need to have somebody else involved in their turmoil and chaos that's in their brain. So they want to interrupt you at home, on vacation, when you got time off, on the weekend. No. Simple as that. And if I'd ever had a boss that tried to make me be part of the team that was willing to do anything and everything, to work at all kind of screwball hours just because everybody else was doing it, I'd quit. Simple as that. I did have a family to take care of, but I wasn't scared of losing a job or scared to go out on my own. I find a lot of people today, they're so afraid of losing a job. Just over broke, in case you wondered what jobs stand for. Just over broke, they are so afraid of their boss, they're so afraid of the company not liking the fact that they actually aren't at work 24 hours a day. They'll just do anything and everything and take on 15, 20 jobs because that's what it, I've got to do that because if I don't do it, they'll find somebody else that will. Go on business for yourself. I'm just saying. I went in business for myself, not because I had any problems at work, because I wanted to be in business for myself. That was simple. But I also never, from day one when I first started working when I was 14, I never let fear control my actions on the job. I did my very best at what I did. I was good at what I did. When I wasn't at work, I wasn't at work. When I was at work, I was at work. I wasn't calling home or calling my friends well, of course, we didn't have cell phones back in the ancient past. But anyway, I worked. So, to me, when you have done your best at your job, they do not have holds on you. You're not a 24/7 person like doctors on call or the military. When I was in the military, it was 24/7. You were on call for 4 years or however many years you went in for the military because that's the military. You're protecting your country and you have to be on call because you never know what's going to happen anywhere in the world or what you're going to be called on to do. Whole different thing. Regular jobs, you do not need to worry about that. Policemen, firemen, they're a special case. Doctors, they're a special case. Why is that? People depend on them, and people's lives are actually in their hands. It's a whole different ball game. I have a lot of respect for the military cops. I don't like traffic cops, but cops. I do like cops and firemen. And the guys and the girls that do the emergency runs, the paramedics, man, heavy duty stuff that they have to deal with. And doctors, good doctors, if you need them, they're going to be there for you. Our doctor that we had for many years before we moved, super guy. He's from the same hometown as me, and he was, of course, a lot younger than me. However, great doctor. You could call on him anytime. He was there for you. So there are professions where you are on call, and I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about regular jobs. So when you get time off, enjoy your time off. Let me cover a few points before I get carried away with this thing. Let me tell you, I used to think that I was letting my family down or my job down when I took time off. Yes, I really did. What you're really doing when you take a vacation or time off is providing a break for your body and your mind, psychologically, emotionally, to become refreshed and rejuvenated so that you can be good at your job and you can be good at interacting with your family and you can be good at your daily interactions with people. So a good night's rest every night probably doesn't happen for most people. But even if it did, that wouldn't do the same thing that taking time off vacation with your family will do, if you will let it. The majority of people go on vacation, they think of every activity they can possibly dream up. Hey, we want to do this, I want to do that, I want to go. And so, that's not vacation, sure not relaxation. When they come back after a week or two of that hectic schedule, they're so exhausted they can't even hardly think about going to work. So, don't do that. That's not vacation. When you go on vacation, sure, there's some things that you want to do. Do not fill your days with so many activities that it's more like a marathon to get through it than it is just to relax. I got to see this, I got to see that. No. Pick a couple things that are really interesting to you and your spouse, or you and your family, or the kids, or whatever your focus is on that particular vacation, and see those things and drink them in. You know, the best way to enjoy food is to take your time eating it so you savor every bite. Same meal, you just taking time. I take 2 to 3 hour lunches. Why? So I can enjoy the lunch, enjoy the companionship with whoever I'm with, and enjoy the food. Not go in to a fast food restaurant, grab something in a bag and eat it in the car as I'm on the way to somewhere else. That's stupid. And I used to do that. So I can call you guys stupid. I did it. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. And I did it for a few years before I wised up and found out, you know, there's more to life than living like that. Man, I don't even want to get into how my life was then. But anyway, it was not a good way to live. So when you go on vacation, be more of a spectator and less of a participant. Let me give you an example. There's just my wife and me now. She likes to sightsee. Yay. I like to sightsee. And I like being with my wife. But there's times when it's like, you know, honey, you go do that. Whatever it is she wants to do. I want to stay in the room and read or sleep or, you know, sit on the balcony and enjoy the ocean breeze or the mountain breeze wherever we happen to be. That's okay. You and your spouse can have that kind of relationship and not be worried what he or she is doing off sightseeing, you know, or worry about them the whole time. You know, the whole family doesn't have to go to every activity you have come up with for this vacation. Smaller children, of course, sometimes I've seen this where, and I want to use men for example, where the women wanted to, the wife wanted to go somewhere with the mother, and had a couple of small children. The husband didn't want to go with the small children. He didn't want to go to that event, so he said, okay, you take them there. No, men. When you've got small children, you and your wife go to the events, because it's no vacation for her if you're laying back at the hotel watching TV and she's out there hassling with the children trying to help them have fun. When you got small children, you both go. Now when you got teens, sometimes you need to give them guidance, but on safety and other things, but let them go on their own a little bit. Let them go out and enjoy some activities that they in particular want to do, as long as they're safe and they're not doing things to get them in trouble. I'll leave it at that. So you need to reset your mind. That's an easy thing to say, not so easy to put into practice. Do not, here's resetting your mind, do not take any work with you. Do not check work emails. Do not check voicemails. You're not at work. You are on vacation. Don't call in just to make sure everything's going good on a project or something. Oh boy. You're not at work. Let me give you a definition of reset and I'll wind this thing up. reset, to set, adjust, or fix in a new or different way. To clear, to restore, the contents of a register or file on a computer in a computer system to zero. So what you need to do is clear, click your mind so that you can be where you're at. So that's all I got this time. www.patreon.com/a step above. Become a gold member. For a gold member, for $9 a month, you get a copy of every book I publish during the year, physical copy, and you get my newsletter, Life Notes, every week. And I have taken my 50 plus years of experience, workshops, seminars, conferences, books, audios, videos, you name it, I've bought it. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars over the years so that I can know what I know now. And I share that in my newsletters. Anyway, make it a super week. Enjoy your time off when you have it. Don't stuff it full of activities. See you next time.